Why is Carhartt WIP so much more expensive than Carhartt? Is it just hype or is there more to it? So I want to get to the bottom of this mystery, so I went online and bought some clothing pieces from Carhartt WIP and bought very similar looking pieces from Carhartt. But before we get into the clothing, to really understand the difference, we have to get into the history first. So Carhartt started in 1889 by Hamilton Carhartt, who opened his first factory in Dearborn, Michigan. He started off with 2 sewing machines and 5 workers. He began outfitting America's working class with thick canvas jackets and bib overalls. By World War II, Carhartt became a household name because of its durability and, most importantly, affordability. Their heavy-duty hooded jacket called the Active Jack became their best-selling jacket, and it still is to this day. But Carhartt wasn't aiming to be a streetwear staple. The story goes in the 1980s, Carhartt became popular with drug dealers who wanted clothing that didn't draw attention but also kept them warm during the winter when they're out working the streets, and the Active Jack did exactly that. Streetwear legend Gary Warren summed it up: the grit of criminal life necessitated affordable outerwear, and Carhartt's work jacket offered a certain anonymity. And as Carhartt became popular with street cultures, hip-hop artists started wearing it to their music videos and on stage. Blue-collar workers gave Carhartt its authenticity, but the hip-hop community made Carhartt cool. And the world of high fashion started to notice. In 1989, under the title All-American Concept, Edwin Fay started to introduce American products to the European market. And Carhartt products sold so well in Europe that Edwin struck a licensing deal with Carhartt to create a tailored line of clothing called Work in Progress, featuring more slim fits and streetwear aesthetic. So to this day, Work in Progress is geared more towards fashion, while Carhartt is geared more towards utility. But just because Carhartt WIP is marketed towards the streetwear crowd, is it really worth the hefty price tag? Can you just buy Carhartt and save yourself some money? So I went online and I bought a bunch of clothing from Carhartt WIP and a bunch of clothing from Carhartt. Now let's do a deep dive comparison between each clothing piece, and by the end of this video, we'll have our answer to the ultimate question. Is Carhartt Work in Progress worth paying so much more for than Carhartt? Let's find out. Let's start off with the t-shirts. This is the Orbit graphic tee and it retails for $65. And for comparison, I have the Carhartt K87 Workwear t-shirt that retails for only $17. Orbit graphic tee is made from 100% organic cotton, while the Workwear tee is made from 100% non-organic cotton. First impression, the WIP tee is a lot softer. It is also lighter, weighing in at 171 grams, while the Carhartt tee weighs in at 243 grams. The WIP tee is also thinner, measuring to 1.72 millimeters, while the Carhartt measures to 1.89 millimeters. The construction on both tees is the same, but the biggest difference between these two tees are the screen printed design. Work in Progress team most likely spent a good amount of time and money coming up with the design, so that's where most of the $65 price tag comes from. When you compare it to the Workwear tee, this is just a regular pocket tee with a Carhartt patch sewn on, nothing special. It's a plain and very minimalistic type of t-shirt. Carhartt definitely didn't have to spend much time designing this shirt, so that's one of the reasons why the price is only $17. Now let's move on to the fit. Starting off with some dimensions, chest measures to 21.25 inches, shoulder 20 inches, length 29 inches, sleeve length 7.75 inches, sleeve opening is 7.5 inches. For the Carhartt Workwear tee, chest measures 21 inches, shoulder 19 inches, length 30 inches, sleeve length 9 inches, sleeve opening is 7.5 inches. Here's how the tees look on me. I'm 5'10", 160 pounds with a 36-inch chest, and both tees are in a size small. Both tees are loose fitting, but you can obviously tell that the Carhartt tee is way more loose fitting. The chest and shoulder opening for both tees are similar, with Carhartt being a 1/4 inch smaller at the chest and an inch shorter shoulder width. The fit in the Carhartt tee is not very well made, because even though the chest and shoulder opening are good for a size small, the sleeve and body lengths are crazy long. At 9 inches, you can see the sleeve length is almost touching my elbows, while at 7.75 inches for the WIP tee, it still shows some bicep. Body length on both tees are long, as you can see it covers my entire butt for both. The Carhartt tee length is an inch longer than the WIP tee. Sleeve opening on both are very wide, with Carhartt tee being 1.5 inch wider than WIP tee. Both tees have that oversized look going on. Overall, WIP tee has a better fit for an oversized look. The Carhartt tee is way overdone considering it's only a size small. So do I think the Work in Progress tee is worth $50 more than Carhartt? From the fit, material, and comfort, I prefer the Work in Progress tee over Carhartt, but for $65, that is way too expensive for a t-shirt. Paying more for an item will usually get you higher quality, but eventually you'll hit a peak and you'll start getting diminishing returns. Meaning you're no longer paying more for quality, but rather you're just paying more for that brand name. There's nothing wrong with paying more if you like the brand, but it's not really my thing. I like to get value out of my money, so the Work in Progress tee is better than Carhartt, but it's not $65 better. Now let's take a look at the next item, and that is the hoodie. Work in Progress hoodie retails for $125 and Carhartt hoodie retails for $50. Both hoodies are made from a cotton polyester blend. Work in Progress is made from 57% cotton and 43% polyester, and Carhartt is made from 50% cotton and 50% polyester. Both hoodies have the same level of softness. The WIP hoodie is more heavyweight, weighing in at 747 grams, while the Carhartt hoodie weighs in at only 630 grams. The thickness on both hoodies are about the same. WIP measures to 2.99 millimeters and Carhartt hoodie measures to 3.29 millimeters. The construction on both of these hoodies are about the same, but there are reinforcements on the drawstrings on Carhartt but not on WIP. Just like the t-shirt, the design on the WIP hoodie is very unique. It's something you won't find from any other brands, and again, it takes time and money to come up with the designs, while the Carhartt hoodie is just your logo slapped on. Screen printing on the sleeves is always a bad idea because you're constantly moving your arms and putting pressure on it, like for example, resting your arm on a chair or table. So I wouldn't be surprised that this will crack over time. I would say the quality and construction of these two hoodies are the same. There really aren't any big difference between the two. Now let's move on to the fit. For WIP, chest measures 21 inches, shoulder 19 inches, length 25 inches, sleeve length 24.5 inches. For Carhartt, chest measures to 22 inches, shoulder 19.5 inches, length 28.75 inches, sleeve length 25.5 inches. Both hoodies are in a size small, and the WIP fits a lot slimmer than Carhartt. It's an inch narrower at the chest and half an inch shorter width at the shoulder. I definitely recommend going up a size for the WIP hoodie, but go true to size for the Carhartt hoodie. The WIP hoodie has 1 inch shorter sleeve length than Carhartt, but that doesn't really matter because it sits the same with the rib cup. The biggest difference in terms of fit is the length. Carhartt has a length of 28.75 inches, while WIP is only 25 inches. 25 inches is way too short for a hoodie, especially with the rib waistband. If you're 5'10" or taller and you raise your arm, the hoodie will rise up and your belly will show. And we all know that no one wants to see that beer belly. Overall, the WIP hoodie is a very bad fit, but I think Carhartt fits great. It has that perfect balance between fitted, but still giving breathing room for comfort. I recommend Carhartt over WIP for the fit, and it's not even close. So do I think the Work in Progress is worth $75 more than Carhartt? The material and comfort of both hoodies are the same, but I actually think the construction on the Carhartt hoodie is better than the Work in Progress. I don't really see much value from the Work in Progress hoodie. Compared to the t-shirt, at least you get a better fit, material, and comfort. The Work in Progress hoodie is a huge disappointment. I mean, the Jaguar logo looks cool, but it's not $125 cool. So avoid Work in Progress for your hoodies and just stick with Carhartt. Next up are these shirt jackets. Just one quick message before we continue on with this video. If this video is helping you out so far, don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps out small content creators like myself, and it really encourages me to keep putting out videos like this. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Work in Progress version retails for $228 and the Carhartt retails for $60. WIP jacket is made from 100% organic cotton, and the Carhartt jacket is made from 100% ripstop cotton. Both jackets have very similar weight and thickness. The WIP jacket weighs in at 805 grams and Carhartt weighs in at 824 grams. The thickness measures to 1.1 millimeters for the WIP jacket and 1.15 millimeters for Carhartt. The jacket is a prime example of the differences between WIP and Carhartt. Just from the material alone, the WIP version is soft and meant for casual everyday wear, while Carhartt is made from ripstop fabric so it can handle more extreme and physical environments. The features are also a good example of this too. There's an extra elbow layer in the Carhartt and a plethora of pockets. You got 2 pockets in the chest and 2 smaller pouches within the left chest pocket, and on the sides you get 2 huge pockets, and the way that the side pockets are angled makes it more convenient and easier to use. On the inside there's also another hidden extra pockets. For the Work in Progress jacket, there's only 4 little pockets at the front. Patch pockets looks good, but not as convenient as slanted pockets. The Carhartt jacket also features an inside flannel lining for that extra warmth in case you're working outside in the cold, while the WIP has no extra lining. Carhartt jacket has snap buttons which makes it easier to unbutton and button, while WIP has regular flat buttons. There's little details on the WIP jacket that really makes it look great. For example, first, the corduroy finish at the collar. It's a different texture than the whole jacket and it really makes it look more casual and vintage. Second, the gold buttons really pop out and goes well with this green colorway of the jacket. And third, there's a curved lining at the wrist that adds to that unique aesthetic of this whole jacket. Overall, both jackets have their unique qualities that make them special. Now let's move on to the fit. For WIP, chest measures 20.5 inches, shoulder 17.5 inches, length 27.25 inches, sleeve length is 24.25 inches. For Carhartt, chest measures 21 inches, shoulder 19 inches, length 29.5 inches, Sleeve length 25 inches. Here's how the two jackets look on me. The WIP jacket is a lot more slimming. It has half an inch smaller chest opening and 1.5 inch smaller shoulder width. The WIP jacket is more structured. If you look at the silhouette, there's more shape in areas like the shoulders. The WIP jacket has that pointed shoulder look, while the Carhartt jacket follows your natural body shape. The arm openings on both jackets are a little too wide for me, probably because I stopped lifting, but that's a whole nother story. The sleeve openings on both jackets are also too long for my liking, with Carhartt being 3/4 inch longer than WIP. Both jackets have that center back seam for structure. You can also see that the WIP jacket is a lot shorter, measuring to 27.25 inches, while the Carhartt measures to 29.5 inches. Because of the length, Carhartt jacket has that overcoat look to it. Overall, the WIP jacket has more of a casual look to it, while the Carhartt jacket looks like you're about to head to a mechanic shop. Do I think the work in progress shirt jacket is worth $200 more than Carhartt? The work in progress jacket has a better fit, is more comfortable, in my opinion looks better than the Carhartt jacket. So if you have extra money to splurge, I would go with the work in progress jacket, but you really can't go wrong with either one. So I've covered all the tops that I can. Let's take a look at the pants now, starting off with the cargo pants. WIP Aviation cargo pants retails for $135, and Carhartt Rigby cargo pants retails for $50. WIP Aviation cargo is made from 100% ripstop cotton, and Carhartt Rigby cargo is made from 98% cotton and 2% spandex. The WIP cargo has a bunch of extra features that the Carhartt pair does not. First, the material is ripstop fabric. In case you don't know, ripstop fabric is constructed so that it prevents ripping and tearing, and that is done by nylon fibers being tightly knitted together. Also, there's an extra double layer in the knee and butt crotch area for added durability in high contact zones, while the Carhartt does not have any double layers. Another useful feature that the WIP pair has is the adjustable buckle at the waist and drawstrings to adjust the leg opening. Even with all these extra features, the WIP cargos are very light, weighing in at only 585 grams, while the Carhartt cargos are heavy, weighing in at 723 grams. The WIP cargos are very thin too, measuring to 1.2 millimeters, while the Carhartt cargos measures to 1.92 millimeters. Cargo pants are all about the pockets. The WIP cargos have 2 pockets on the sides and 2 pockets on the back, and is all fastened through a snap button. For the Carhartt Rigby cargos, the side pockets are all fastened through Velcro. There's extra pouches on the right pocket that we didn't see in the WIP pair. These pouches are perfect for your cell phone. The back pockets on the Carhartt pair are Velcro as well. It has reinforced belt loops, while the WIP pair has regular belt loops. Overall, the construction on both pairs is equally as good, but the biggest difference is WIP has a lot more features than the Carhartt Rigby cargos. Now let's move on to the fit. For WIP, hip measures 21 inches, rise 10.75 inches, thigh 12.25 inches, leg opening 8 inches. For Carhartt, hip measures to 20 inches, rise 11 inches, thigh 12.5 inches, leg opening is 8 inches. Here's how the cargos fit on me. Both are in size 32 and fits very similar to each other. The biggest difference is the hip opening. The Carhartt cargo is an inch more narrow in the hips, the rise is 1/4 inch longer, and the thigh is 1/4 inch wider. The 8-inch leg opening goes well with wide shoes like the Red Wing work boots that I'm wearing with the WIP pair. It also looks good with Nike high top blazers for a more casual look. Both cargos have a loose fit with plenty of room in the hips and thighs. Since WIP cargos is 200 grams lighter and about 1 millimeter thinner, the pants have that airy feel to it that makes it good for wearing it on warm days. And since Carhartt cargos have that heavyweight feel to it, it makes it feel like a true pair of workwear pants. Overall, both pants fits about the same. It's comfortable, roomy, and looks good with bulky shoes. So do I think the work in progress cargo pants is worth $85 more than Carhartt? The work in progress cargo pants has a better fit, it's lighter, meaning it's more comfortable, and also has a bunch of extra features that the Carhartt pair don't, like the adjustable buckle at the waist and the drawstrings to adjust the leg opening. The material is also an improvement with the double knee layer and also the ripstop fabric. With all that in consideration, I think the work in progress cargo pants provides you more value, so I do think it's worth $85 more than the Carhartt cargo pants. And the last items I have are the Chinos. The WIP Sid Chino retails for $125, and the Carhartt Workwear inspired Chinos retails for $37. The WIP Sid Chino is made from 46% cotton, 30% elastomerizer, and 16% polyester. Elastomerizer, also known as Lycra T14, is a synthetic fiber originally made for jeans. The material provides extra stretch but also recovers in every direction to retain its fit and moves with the user. The Carhartt Workwear Chinos are made from 100% ring-spun peach twill. In case you don't know what that is, ring-spun cotton is made from twisting and thinning the cotton strands to make a very fine, strong, soft rope of cotton fibers, making this more durable than regular cotton. Ring-spun is also very soft and feels smooth to the touch, making these pants softer than the WIP pair. The WIP Chinos are very light, weighing in at only 500 grams, while the Carhartt Work Chinos weighs in at 643 grams. The WIP Chinos are extremely thin, measuring to 0.72 millimeters, while the Carhartt measures to about 1.1 millimeters. For the features, the WIP pair
pair are your classic chinos. The only interesting to note is that there's only one button closure in the back pocket, while the right pocket does not have anything. There's something really special to point out about these chinos. It's very minimalistic, which means it'll go well with a lot of different outfits. For the Carhartt version, this is their workwear twist on a classic pair of chinos. Of course, you'll see reinforced belt loops and an extra side pocket for your cell phone. The back pocket has that 1-inch thick pocket opening tab, while the WIP pair is only a 0.5 centimeter slit. You'll also have triple stitch construction on the sides for added durability, while the WIP pair does not have any reinforced stitching. It is also very soft but does not have any stretch in them. The construction on both pairs are equally as good, but the Carhartt pair has more added features and durability, while the WIP pair has a more minimalistic look. Now let's move on to the fit. For the WIP pair, the hip measures to 19.5 inches, rise 10 inches, thighs 11.5 inches, leg opening 6.5 inches. For Carhartt, hip measures to 19 inches, rise 11 inches, thigh 11 inches, leg opening 8 inches. Here's how the chinos fit on me. I went true to size for the Carhartt pair and went up 2 sizes on the WIP pair, and I think I made the right decision. The WIP pair is a slim fit and the Carhartt is a more relaxed fit. Both pairs sit at the waist with a mid-rise. With the 19-inch hip opening and 11-inch thigh opening, the Carhartt pair has plenty of room in the hips and thighs. From the knee down, it fits straight with the 8-inch leg opening, which goes very well with bulky work boots like the Red Wings I'm currently wearing. The Carhartt is a fusion between casual office chinos and heavy-duty workwear, with its triple stitching on the side and the thick 1-inch pocket opening, while the WIP pair has that casual everyday look. Going up 2 sizes in the WIP chinos gave me a more relaxed fit from the knee up, with its 19.5-inch hip opening and 11.5-inch thigh opening. From the knee down, it tapers very aggressively to a narrowed 6.5-inch leg opening, which is not a good fit for bulky shoes like these blazers I'm wearing. I would recommend pairing these up with slimmer shoes like Vans. The WIP is perfect for wearing in a casual setting. However, I don't recommend wearing in a formal occasion because of that big Carhartt patch logo in the right butt area.
So do I think the work in progress chino is worth almost $100 more for than the Carhartt? I'm on the fence about this one because I really like both chinos. For $37, Carhartt chinos are a steal. So for this one, I have to say it's a tie. You really can't go wrong with either one. And there you have it, guys. Work in progress versus Carhartt. Here's a summary of which items I think are better for work in progress and which items are better for Carhartt. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.